Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Um, Steve, uh, New Breed 313 Sports, D313XP. Um, you know what I'm saying? Um, Lions, uh, Lions fans, it's a new season. Game one is off the books. You know what I'm saying? They beat the Chiefs, which is a great thing. It's wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful that we beat the Chiefs. But it's one game. It's one game. We understand, let's not, we get our hopes up, but let's not get it up too much. We can't have a letback. We can have the emotions for this game. Seattle this Sunday is going to be very huge. We can't let that Thursday game, you know, get to us. The excitement. The fans are really like they in. They totally in. Wait, they sipping that blue Kool-Aid, green Kool-Aid, red Kool-Aid. They drinking the Hawaiian punch. They doing everything. And the way that this team played against Kansas City, now granted, wasn't a perfect game, close to it. Kansas City had a lot of drop footballs. That helped us out too. We didn't have that many penalties, which is good. Pressure Pat Mahomes, you got to do that. Made him feel uncomfortable. Put a lot of different sets out there for him, which he was confused. I understand, no Kelsey, no Chris Jones, but the Lions didn't had some injury issues too. No Emmanuel Mosley, no Isaiah Buggs, no JMO. So nobody talks about that, but they rather talk about Pat Mahomes missing his favorite weapon in Kelsey, and then Chris Jones, who happens to be one of the best DNs in the league. But you still got to go out there and play. Still got to go out there and play. Now, for the Lion fans who's always been there through thick and thin, shout out to Mr. Banks. He said Super Bowl bust. Said, man, I got so much respect for this brother. Um, for what he's done, not only just for me, but for the XP and just other Lions fans and other content creators to have the time to do stuff in his busy schedule. To what he did for me this past Thursday, dog. I can't say enough about that, man. And I always say thank you. I always greet him well because he's one of the, and I gotta say, and I say that, and I don't say this to a lot of people. He's one of the most nicest guys I've ever met in my life. That's who I can have. That's who I could call a real friend. Like everybody, and I have a small circle of friends that I trust. I trust this guy, and he has trust in me. And the things that he's done for me, I don't know what to say, man. I just don't know what to say. But what he did for me this past Thursday at Ford Field is, bro, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible, and it just shows the fans, and it just shows the good heart. And I just wanted to speak on that with him, and for him to take the time to do that for me, for him to take the time to want to be on the show, and just greet me and say what's up to me and remember me, and I'm like, oh man, like he remembers me. I'm surprised that anybody knows me. I'm just a local dude who just speaks his mind, who talks sports, And then on my other channel, I just speak my mind. For anybody who knows who I am or somebody that sees my content and stuff, I am truthfully grateful for that. And I say that all the time. I'm grateful. I don't put myself above anybody. I give everybody respect that gives me respect. You know what I'm saying? I've changed a whole lot than I did 10, 15, because I had an angry mindset with people. And I've changed a lot. I've grown a lot. And I gotten older because I'm 42 years old. And I stay away from a lot of stuff. As I get older, I become more smarter and more wiser with a lot of stuff. At least I try to, at least. It's still sometimes I lose it. But my thing is with the Lions fans, we just, and this is true Lion fans. I'm not talking about the bandwagoners that all of a sudden want to fill out Ford Field and stuff. I'm talking about true Lions fans who have support this team through losing, 0-16, not winning a Super Bowl since '57, before it was even called a Super Bowl. And to me, those are the fans I'm talking about. True fans that really is down for this team through thick and thin. Fans who just support it, even go on the road. I saw so many Lions fans in Kansas City. I think it's gonna be like that through the whole year, man. It's gonna be like that, especially on the road. LA. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all over. Against the Chargers, against the Ravens, in New Orleans. It'd be funny. It'd be crazy to see all the Lion fans in New Orleans. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I wish I could go to these games, but I ain't got the money to do that. So, hopefully one day, I do plan on. Hopefully, I would love to go to Soldier Field, man. I've always wanted to go there because I got a lot of family and relatives down in Chicago, but I've never been to a Bears game, never been to a Bulls game. I don't think I've been to a Cubs or a White Sox game either. I don't think. If I did, it's been a while. But I would love to go to a Bears game and just see Soldier Field and just see then just see the atmosphere and just all that. Man, I would love to see that. But being a Lions fan right now is a wonderful thing. Cheering for this team this team is a signature of Detroit. Hard working. We give everything we got. We don't care what people think. It's Detroit against everybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't care what people think about us. We go out there and we play. We go out there and we do our job no matter who it is. We don't care what people think. That's what this team embodies. I think that's what I'm saying. For this team and for this city. You can tell that. And this team they together. They for another. They congratulate. They love playing with each other. Pause. I didn't mean it like that. Y'all know what I mean. But they love going on the field together. They love doing what they need to do. This is a team, I think, is an up-and-coming team. They can surprise some teams. They just got to stay focused every game. They can't look ahead. They can't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just concentrate what y'all are doing. And the fans got to stick by him. I don't want to see all of a sudden they get into a loser streak. Oh, this same old Lions. Oh, they suck. Because you know what's going to come. They're going to be coming for Dan Campbell's job. They're going to be coming for Aaron Glenn's job. They're going to be coming for Brad Holmes' job. They're going to be like, Sheila Hemp, we can't have her. She don't know nothing about football. She a female. And they don't know too much. She don't know too much. She just inherited that from her family and her mom and stuff like that. It's coming. It's definitely coming for sure. Most definitely is coming. But Lions fans, we just got to stick together. We got to do our thing. We got to stick by this team throughout everything. Now, I don't think this team is going to finish undefeated. I think that Kansas City game is going to help them tremendously through this season. That is a season. That is a great game to prepare for and start the season with, because you're doing it against the champs. You're ruining their Super Bowl celebration, their rings, and everything like that. And some of the stuff Kansas City did was just ridiculous. That whole offensive lineman that was moving and everything, those holding penalties. Now, I think they need to work on and Aiden Hutchinson was fantastic. Aiden Hutchinson was just fantastic. But the DN's got to put more pressure. You can't give Mahomes that much room to run. Can't do that. You can't have the middle of the field open so much. We were lucky that those receivers, more so Kadarius Toney, dropped the football as much as they did. Because you're not going to see too many teams do that. It's some teams that are just sure. Like, you got Minnesota, they got Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? Seattle, they have Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, who always catches the football. You rarely see him drop the ball. And then you got Jackson Smith and Jigga. You got K9. Yeah, I think Seattle got some injuries. But we'll see. But Lions fans, let's just support this team, man. I seen a lot of them at training camp. They were supporting this team. Hopefully through this season, through these games, on the road. Let's show people that we care about this team. Let's be true fans. Let's bleed Honolulu blue and silver. You know what I'm saying? Support this team. Show with the jerseys, the shirts. Show support with Dan Campbell, our coach. A organization, Brad Holmes, with the draft that he's doing. Sheila Hemp Ford for what she's doing. You know, being that woman who's like fiery and, you know, do what she does. Much respect for her. Met her, wonderful lady. Brad Holmes, cool. I remember I said to Brad Holmes, I said, "Hey man, we glad you to be, we lucky to have you here." And he was telling me, "Hey, you one of the first ones to tell me that." And I was like, "Wow." I was like, that was cool. But yeah, man, let's support this team, Lions fans. Boot up, as Mr. Banks would say. Boot up, one pride. Stay alive. Keep supporting these Lions. Keep forward and down the field. So be there for this team. Sell out Ford Field. Go on the road. Show support for this team. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nobody say same old Lions. Oh, they suck. They barely got out. The negative Lion content creators, not saying no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. These negative ass Lion content creators that always got something bad to say even when they win. Oh, they suck. They this. Look at what they did this. Okay, they won the game. Everybody's not perfect in this league. Nobody's perfect in what they do. There's gonna be mistakes. It's how you correct those mistakes is how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, not saying no names, but it's certain content creators and certain Detroit media people who always got to talk about these Lions. You know, a certain guy from New York that's on a certain radio show that comes on between 2 and 6. You know what I'm saying? That's constantly talking about the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Not saying no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. This guy goes on, talks about. I wonder what he was. I wonder, with him being from New York and him being a Giants fan, how he feels about them raggedy, no playing Giants. Because they were horrible. Daniel Jones is a joke. He is a joke. You don't even score against the Cowboys. You don't score. You get outplayed by Dak Prescott at home when Prescott didn't even really play that well. I don't even think he had 200 yards passing. You get paid all that money, and you telling me how do you get paid all of this money and you don't even score a touchdown? I don't get that. Now, I can say the same thing for Joe Burrow, but for Joe Burrow, he's going to bounce back the next game and score. I mean, he's got a prolific offense. When you got Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Mixon, you're going to be fine. This team with the Giants with the talent that they have, you got Darren Waller. You got one of the best running backs in the league in Saquon Barkley. You have a speedster in Matt Breida. You have Paris Campbell out there who is a good receiver. I don't understand. How do you not score? Daniel Jones is terrible. He is absolutely terrible. All that money and you play like this. I understand it's only week 1, but I think this is a start. I think it's going to be all season with this. I think, honestly, Giants going to have to end up cutting Daniel Jones. Sooner or later, they need to give Tyrod Taylor a shot. They do. Eventually, it will come by the 3rd or 4th game. I really believe that. Because if they're 0-2, 0-3, they're going to make a change. That's guaranteed. You're not going to get too far with Daniel Jones. You're not. You know, certain teams like Minnesota, how do you lose? How do you lose to Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield. Or as my boy Durrell will call him, Baker Trashfield. How you lose to that? You know what I'm saying? At home, what are you doing? Hopefully Detroit ain't going to lose to him because, I mean, anything can happen. Week 1 was something. I'm just glad for the NFL that is here. Glad for college football that's here. You know, Michigan State. Listen, I understand the Michigan State situation. I'm going to get to that soon. I just need more information. Then I'll speak about that. You know what I'm saying? I understand the Mel Tucker situation. And listen, I will speak on that. I just need more information. I just need to know if this really did happen. Because I think he's fired. And you got the interim coach. You got Mark Antonio, assistant. And I don't understand Mel Tucker. I'm hoping it's not true. But if it's true, he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. You don't risk it all like that. You're a fucking idiot. But you do this around the time you got to play Washington. Top 10 team. Well, if that ain't got set up written all over it, I don't know what is. But if this would have happened at Michigan, they would have still done an investigation. So that just tell you right there what it is. But it is what it is, man. But Lion fans, still got to be optimistic. Support your team. Do what you have to do. Live it, love it, do whatever. It's all good, bro. But till then, man, tell me what y'all think. Lion fans, boot up, one pride, forward down the field. Shout out to, like I said, man, shout out to the D313 XP. Shout out to Duro for the comment and getting on. Shout out to Nomus. Bro, shout out to Maniac Tim, man, for shouting us out, man. Shout out to the DSN, man. Everything King. Big Willie, Big A, Wise Man. Shout out to them. Shout out to Dante, man. Shout out to Man Beast. Shout out to Owen 16. Shout out Man. Shout out to Hitman. Shout out, bro. Also, too, man, I gotta give a special shout out to Avery Giovanni. Taking the time to get on the show last week, man. Last Wednesday, got on the XP. Definitely much respect to Avery Giovanni, man. He definitely knows he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. And I, with the talking points that he was talking about, it was just, man, just him saying that, and I was just learning as he was saying, and I was just like, man, that's crazy. But for a guy like him to take the time to hop on the show, I give tremendous respect for. I give tremendous respect for anybody who comes on the show. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? So all the guests that we had, much respect. More coming, trying to get more people on, man, hopefully. Got some people definitely in mind, so try to see if that can happen. Try to see if we can get more Woodward Sports people on. The Woodward Sports people we had on there was cool. Would love to get Neil Rule on there. Definitely Braylon. That would love to get Braylon. Love to get Joy Bell. Just anybody with Detroit media, Detroit podcasts. Love to have you on. We'll have it. You'll have anybody on there, man. It's we give everybody love. We give everybody the spotlight. We give everybody a chance to talk and speak on what they doing and everything too. So that's a big plus. So definitely do that. But Lion fans, keep supporting this team and support me too, and support the XP and support DSN, support Maniac Tim, support Woodward Sports, support Lions on the Prowl. Shout out to Curtis Steele too. Shout out to Bruce Hope and the Format Podcast. Check that out. He knows exactly what he's talking about as well. So shout out to Sergio Rodriguez. He's doing his thing. Very happy for him. Very just happy for everybody. We show love to everybody, and we want to, hopefully y'all return the love back, man. We love it. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna judge. We'll agree to disagree, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun. So thank y'all. Please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I'll holler at y'all. Peace out.